So welcome back to Channel Your Light, Own Your Intuitive for the element of fire. I was intuitively guided to do the full moon, flower moon messages based on the different elements and separating them out for different facets or nuances. So this particular reading is for the fire elements of Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo. We all have all of the elements in our charts in different placements. Some are more predominant than others. So do check your placements. I often like to check my sun sign and my moon, sometimes my rising, sometimes other placements. But the sun and the moon for me really give me a better picture rather than just one side of it, because the sun is your yang action and the moon is your yin receiving, or the subconscious and the conscious. You could look at it multiple different ways. Now, the fire energy, I actually sat down and channeled a little bit and wrote down. I got the blue flame. That's what I kept seeing, was the blue flame. I'm just gonna read here. The blue flame, if you think about fire energies and fire, it's usually like orange, red, and yellow. But when you get to the deepest, hottest, purifying part of the flame, it's blue. It's not red, it's not orange, it's actually blue. That's the hottest space. I'm actually seeing somebody in welding or putting on welding glasses and using glass, and it's blue. It comes out of the container as blue to weld the metal together. This is for a metal alchemist or somebody who is also dealing with a metal element, I want to say. Perhaps fire and metal are they're connected. That's what Spirit's saying. They're connected. First card out, Treasure Island. Fire signs, fire babies. You're taking, there's two sides to this. So there's one side where this is all Treasure Island, honey. Treasure. That's what I'm hearing. I'm also seeing the protecting treasure card for fire signs who are, this feels like it's kind of going like spreading out more than I expected it to in this reading. It's almost like the stuff that came through when I channeled it, but now there's all this other stuff coming through, and we're just stoking this fire so that it's this enormous fire of all the different elements coming in for you in your experience. This full moon, it's all that, there's an out of control flame. Somebody has an out of control temper, and you need to engage in your temperance energy in order to find your stability. So for some of you, your fire ignites in you and it's always there, but you get burned by your own fire. So this is the first section of fire babies. This is your spirit message. You get burned by the fire. The second one is you be purifying that, because you're lighting up and igniting a fire of an entirely new world. So those are the two aspects I'm being shown to separate. Let me tell you, separate it into. And I want to focus on this one where your fire always burns you. Aries is coming through with this. You all have a fire in you that, when not kept in check, can burn so out of control that it burns you, it burns the other person, and it burns the bridge. Whoever this is, this full moon is like fire, out of control fire. You'll know if this message is yours. I'm seeing like this fire of you, and it's all out of control, and it's burning over there and sparking over onto that person and burning over there. It's like this, it's out of control. It's an out of control fire. And what happens when our fire gets out of control? It burns down the whole damn forest. So you're coming into this awareness, breakthrough. What's your breakthrough? The thing that you're breaking through for this section of the fire babies. Let's pull a card and ask, what is it you're being asked to temper at this time? Here's the card, your tribe. That's really interesting, because the tribe card is all about community, and it's also all about finding your own home. And I feel like whoever this message is for, this is such an interesting message. This is for a fire baby that's out of balance, and it's going to be more tipped out of balance because you're just going to burn yourself up. But it's almost like you're burning people in your own communities. You're burning people in your own tribes because your own fire is out of control. And whoever this is, I feel like maybe this is the cross watcher. Maybe you're dealing with a fire element who's very imbalanced and like this. It's like they're just spewing fire everywhere. They're burning down the whole forest of their tribe. And I don't know whether this is a good thing or a positive thing or a negative thing. Take it how it resonates. But if you've got a fire sign in your life that's burning everybody around them, perhaps it's time to walk away from them. Side note, if they don't have a temperance or a balance or don't have their logic involved and they're just operating in their fire, burning everything around it, that can't be good. It's just not a good feeling or a good thing. But there's this feeling of there's a tribe or community. Maybe it's your family unit. Maybe you're there's also this too. There's somebody here who you're a fire sign where you're literally lighting up the entire tribe unit around you and burning it down to the ground so you can rebuild and purify, because what was around you was negative. The tribe needed to be burned. But I just feel like there's something about this community tribe card. Usually it's about finding your community, right? You're coming into people who are just like you. But it's associated with this fire baby that's like burning all these people and spewing their sparks on people. It's very imbalanced. It's very negative. It's very, I don't know, it burns down forests. And that we need to get that under control. And perhaps this full moon is illuminating that for you. Either the forest isn't for you, or you need to step away from the fire baby who's burning down the forest all around you. There's that too, both and. So that's like its own little side message for somebody on here about fire. Be very careful, says Spirit. Fire burns. And if you feel that you can contain the fire, but do not respect the fire will burn you too. That's what's coming through that. And I feel like warning. That's a warning for somebody on here. That's so strange and odd that that's coming through. But I feel like underestimated. Somebody was underestimated and somebody's trying to manipulate or play with the fire, but they're going to realize they're going to get burned by the fire that they're trying to manipulate. So is it really worth it? That's a very interesting side note for someone on here. So I want to shrink this back down and refocus the energy, because that was definitely a cross watcher, somebody you're dealing with, a fire baby, somebody you're dealing with, or you're being called to remove yourself from any energies that are no longer aligned with you. That is fascinating. So I want to move over to this other section. I want to move over to the other section of these fire babies and the blue flame, your flame that you have ignited within you for this new transformation. It's like the transformation of all transformations. The blue flame is what you're embodying because it's a purification. It's a purification flame that is within you. Wow, whoever I'm seeing with this blue flame, there's an energy to this where you're literally stepping into your new world with this blue flame embodied. It's not like you just call on it to purify it. You are it. And that requires temperance. That I'm hearing for one of you, you're a double fire. So either you have rising a fire sign or a moon sign and a sun sign, all in fire signs. You're going to feel this so intensely. Also Sagittarius, you'll feel it intensely as well, because you're birthing a new world in a new expanded state, which means your fire, whoever this subset of fire energies, okay, you've already done the burning your fire and Phoenix and all those things. That's a completely other state of the process of the journey you've already been on. You're moving into the state of the blue flame, which is divine expression. It is personal power. It is divine power, and it's purification. I'm seeing you literally surrounded. Your entire aura is this blue. It's blue, blue, blue. And sometimes the shades of blue change depending on the people that you encounter. But you're blue. There's no mistaking it. You're blue. You embody this blue flame, and anyone that encounters you in this new world or this fifth dimensional era, it's almost like they don't get burned by your energy or your flame. It's almost like when they come at you or they touch you, they end up getting healed. They end up going through some kind of a process, a transmutation or transformation is triggered because of your blue flame embodiment of the purification energy. It's like lightning. It sets off anyone that comes near your energy and catapults them into their own activation. This doesn't require you to do anything, and it doesn't pull on you, it doesn't touch you. It's like people just get zapped on the exterior fields of your aura, and that's because you embody and hold within you frequency that is the purification of the blue flame. And I also wish to say it's also the blue flame of thoughts. Like I always look at it as purifying the mind too, right? Purifying the mind allows for true, clear discernment, revealing truth. Maybe you're a true speaker. I know that some signs that are fire signs, they say things and then think, well, oh, people got hurt by what I said, but you're telling the truth. You're not speaking words to hurt people, and you're not saying anything that's being mean to them. You're simply speaking a truth. And if someone has difficulty hearing a truth, they will feel wounded by it unless they actually look within themselves to see, well, why would those words hurt me when that person's not being mean or projecting it at me? Whoever this is, you embody the blue flame purification. It's purification of the subtle energy bodies of other people. And again, you don't have to do anything other than just be you and embody your purifying energy. It's very grounded. It's very rooted. And I'm just hearing this. Your flame ignites all the other blue flames. Anyone that has been feeling disempowered automatically moves into a process of illuminating their feeling of disempowerment, then having things happen that push them or give them an opportunity to be in their empowerment. And then they get to choose, bringing in that blue ray divine power within them as well, that ray frequency, that blue flame. It's a purification process. And whoever this is, I'm hearing sing sweet nightingale. Sing sweet nightingale. I'm also hearing blackbird singing in the dead of night. And I'm also hearing you're an explorer. You're carving out a path for the fifth dimensional new earth as a way of teaching or opening an entirely new paradigm. And this means that you're carving the path. People aren't going to be beside you on this path. You're the one carving it out of a dense forest. So it's almost like you have to be in your blue flame energy, because so many trees are like, I don't want to move. I don't want to budge. I don't want to be cleared from here. I'm set in my ways. But you're the blue flame. Every time you touch the tree before it gets removed, it gets purified, activated, and elevated in the process as you move through this dense forest. I did not see that coming. Pull another card, I'm hearing, as you move through that dense forest. So what do you need to know, fire babies, in this section who's embodying that blue flame energy at this time to help you continue to carve the path? What do you need to know to help you continue carving this path to bloom in full bloom? Oh, I just passed the card I was supposed to pull. I'm just going to trust. There it is. Okay, so here's the card. Clouds scrying. Notice in the clouds, very light, fluffy, airy energy. There's an angel, there's a dove, there's a butterfly, and there's a white wolf. Notice that she is simply looking above with the mirror in her hands. No longer, I'm hearing this, you are no longer being mirrored by the 3D earth plane. You have stepped out of the mirror projections, focused enough on yourself to learn and glean the lessons and wisdoms in this understanding of the self. You ignite the blue flame within you, which is a purifying energy, which purifies the thoughts. You've stepped out of the mirrors, and this is how the projections of mirrors and duality on the earth plane, it ends with you, and you actually activate other people into that process as well. It says on this card, it's also the number 6, which is life path number 6 I'm being referenced, which is really a number of home at peace, home, being at one with the divine in the universe. This card says, be still, for it is in the act of patience that guidance is met with clarity. So isn't that fascinating? I'm also being referenced, those that embody the blue flame, they do not act and do and go. They simply sit in the state of the embodiment of the purification of the energy in a total clarity. It's very high vibration. Whoever this is, you're very high vibration. In a total clarity, the guidance comes through. Because the mind is clear, it is able to assimilate it, integrate it, understand it, and share it. Whoever this is, you're like a guide, right? You're a guide of some sort. And everybody are different types of guides, but it's in your stillness, it's in the purification of your energy, the process, that you're continually able to receive the guidance and be able to logically find the clarity in it to deliver it back to those who come to you for guidance. That's a very powerful energy, very powerful. I'm also being told to tell whoever this is, you had to go through all of the elements in order to get to the blue flame. So you may want to go and listen to all the other elemental readings to put together the pieces of each of the different elements to really see how far you've come. That's what I'm hearing. If you want to see how far you've come, go look at all the other elemental readings on this full moon and see how far you've come, because nobody gets to that blue flame energy, can hold it and embody it or wield it without having gone through all the other elements, because the blue flame purifies all elements. It is a spiritual ether kind of an energy that's utilized, purifying the mind, the body, the spirit, the emotions, the thoughts. That is a very specific message for somebody on here. So I'm going to pull one last card, closing that out. That's the guidance. Here it is. Happy, happy, come on, get happy. What's that song by Darnell Williams? Clap along if you feel like happiness is a truth, yeah. Also look at the keyhole. The key to your happiness. Whoever this is, you create your happiness. It's not about anything that goes on outside around you. You're an eternal optimist. Happy, happy. Look at the balloons, also a cloud card. We just pulled cloud scrying, and what's she doing? I'm on top of the world, hey. It's also that energy, happy, happy. You've created your happiness. Revel in it. You have the right to your joy. You have the right to the lightness of being, because you've been through all the sun wheel, right? All the 12 houses on the wheel to come to this place of that blue flame, to come to this place to be able to divine and receive and have clarity. This is a powerful energy. Notice she's in blue as well. Blue is divine power. It's an essence, a blue ray frequency. Happy, happy. You're the key. You are the key. Oh, I like that. What a great closing card. All right, my friends, if you feel called, go watch the other elemental readings, earth, air, water, just to kind of tie in, especially for those of you that are drawn to really seeing that blue flame, how far you've come, the different elements that we go through, and we go through all the elements. We have them all in our charts. But I'm just being really focused, like if you're called to that, follow that nudge to listen to the other element readings. And of course, beautiful souls, I am wishing you so much love, light, peace, and healing. Happy flower moon, full moon. This is a big one. And I will see you all in the next video.